Hey KCC, Pastor Dave here again, talking to my friends Derek and Courtney Dunn about kind of finances and how that all goes together with spiritual growth. And we've been talking about, this is living, the idea that following the Lord's plan actually is the best way to the best life, period. And so one of the things that people are least likely to sort of give up is their finances. They want to keep control of that. I want to do it my way. I want to spend it on what I want and that kind of stuff. How has that whole area been a spiritual journey for you, or how a spiritual victory, or whatever? How has that thing, finances and spiritual life, how have those two come together for you guys?
I guess that's hard to say. It's been tough and not tough. The human side of us, the selfish side of us, obviously likes money and enjoys spending it. Some of us more than others.
Sure.
Before we got married, I was a spender. I was not a saver. I was not a tither. I was a make it and spend it. And as long as every month worked out, I was fine. Even in the little mundane things, I think if we're faithful to pray about what we should have, aka not a cute little convertible, if that's not what, if he doesn't give us a yes, even then in the things that happen to those things, he is taking care of us.
Right. Okay.
Continually.
So you're saying that literally financial decisions are things you should pray about, and God has an opinion on whether or not to buy this thing or not to buy? Okay.
Yes.
Have you always understood that?
Maybe her.
I mean,
more
clearly
than
not
me.
when I bought that little convertible, right? But it is something foundationally that God has definitely reminded us of and drawn us back to, that everything we have, I mean, finances really comes down to a trust issue. Am I going to trust God that he says, give to me what is mine, and I will open up the floodgates and provide for you. And it doesn't mean that things won't go bad. It doesn't mean trucks won't burn up or, whatever. Things still happen, but it gives him more opportunity to pour his love out and provide and build our faith to know. So for me, I didn't grow up in a Christian home or go to church. I became a Christian when I was in high school. But yet the idea of tithing and giving was still something that I did since I had a job. So I would give a certain amount, like even if it was like $100 or something like that. I necessarily wasn't saying, okay, tithe, it's 10%. Should I do 10% of my income type of thing? And so it had already been a habit of mine.
Okay.
Not so much mine.
And then
Mine was more of the, I have $20 left when I'm at church on the last Sunday. Here you go. Not a...
Can I get some change?
Sometimes, yeah, like, should have stopped at McDonald's on the way to church, But for me, it's clearly stated in the Bible. So I think if you are having issues with it, or you're nervous about it, or you question it, go to the scripture and read it. Read it for yourself. Find the different passages that talk about it, and pray about those as they pertain to you. So I think if people look at us and say, oh, whatever, I can't do that, that's fair. But if you go to the Bible and you read about what he is calling you to do, and pray about that and how your finances can deal with that, that's a big difference.
That's true. Yeah.
foundationally, it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with trust.
Yes. Good.
So it doesn't matter if you make 20,000 or 200,000. Where's your trust? Is your money from God? Is your job from God? Is your security from God? Are your groceries that you buy from God? Or is it because you've worked hard and you deserve it and you need it and you blah, blah, blah? Because financially, yes, there is people trying to make ends meet, and it is tough. But what if there's someone out there who's going to give to you once they see that you're sacrificial, right? Like, that's what God's doing. He's saying, trust me.
Yeah.
It's all about trust. It has nothing to do with money.
Right. How has it been exciting to you guys to be sort of on the inside of that, seeing, wow, God is God is really that good.
It draws me back to the father heart of God,
Mm-hmm.
right? Many of us might not have a father
Mm-hmm.
that poured out to us, that loved us, that cared for us like a father should.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to, as a daughter, just feel he is going to take care of me. He is going to provide for me. He is going to pour out and provide more than I could even hope or imagine. That his love and his provision and just the father heart of God, it just makes me fall in love with him more. Like, it makes me realize how much he loves me.
Right.
I would just say, yeah, that foundational, that love, that father heart, he wants to take care of his children.